She was just there for the season.
Mic check, 1, 2, 1, 2. Mic check, 1, 2, 1, 2.
They know where we at with it.
Krew Season Podcast, man. We are back again. This is episode 165. 165. Something like that.
165. You starting to fall off now?
Nah, never that.
Just saying last week you said it a little more confident.
Just had to quick dust off.
Okay.
Took a little break, so I had to quick dust off.
Okay. Kenny T is in the building.
He here. And he a little bit under the weather. That's commitment right there.
Yeah.
Just for y'all.
Flu game. I'm coming to
Flu
the first
game,
topic.
Kenny.
Yeah.
There it is. OT is in the building.
What's good?
Y'all know who it is.
I heard the voice, man. Smooth in the building. D. Trill AC is in the building. That's another episode of the Krew Season Podcast, man. How y'all boys doing on this glorious night?
I'm cool.
Cool, man. Bless.
Y'all lucky I love y'all. I
Say.
could be smoking my hookah, man.
That's all you can say. Bless, man.
Okay, man. We got some interesting things to talk about today. So we're going to get the light shit out the way first. Recently, man, I'm not sure if y'all familiar, talking to the listeners, with Keith Lee. Keith Lee is a very famous food critic. Right now, he's on a tour. He's going from city to city, man, looking for the best restaurants to go to and, eat with his family and give his reviews on them. Recently, he visited Dallas. Stopped by a spot in Dallas, enjoyed the food, and decided to be a little more gracious and give out a little extra bread. Something ensued, though, after the bread was given out. Smooth, you want to tap into what exactly happened in that situation?
Yeah, man. He went to this place called Sweetly Seasoned. And he first, whoever that was, like, pubbing them to get him to come, he went on a live and seen that they was, trying to get him over there. So he went. And he seen it was a bar. This what he seen on the live. He seen it was a barber. He seen it was a hairdresser, and he seen the food truck. So he tried the food. Food was good. You know what I'm saying? He told the lady, "Look, I'm gonna give you $4,000, but $2,000 for you, $1,000 for the barber, and $1,000 for the hairdresser." You know what I'm saying? Me, but he didn't want to like divvy it out to each person. He gave it to her to split it up. But this woman takes the whole 4 bands and say, he told me to do what I wanted to do with it. That's what she said. I'm not making this up. That's what she said. And the public didn't agree with that because everything was on camera. Come on, baby. Everything is on camera.
Literally.
You understand me? So when they found, and then on top of that, another thing before I move on, he told her, he gave her a little bit more money to give out free food. She gave out 3 free plates. Soon as he dipped, she made them people, she started charging them people in line.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
And then closed down early.
Yep, and then closed down.
Well, that was made for the month.
Hey, then the next day, people see what's going on now. The next day, didn't nobody show up to her stuff. They flooded her reviews, and I think her stuff got all the way down to a 0.5 star, and now she talking about she permanently closed.
Oh,
she tried to come online after that, but I
did see a video trying to apologize.
But
it's too late, baby.
Even before that, though, she had that stance. Like, he told me what to do with the bread. He told me what to do with it.
She was in the comments, and people commented.
Exactly. So
because the girl had the hairdresser had made a post about it.
It's another example of you can't give my people like that little 4,000, man. You gotta understand who this man is and what he about to do to your life.
Right.
You understand me? That man show up to your place and he rate the food as good. You need to hire more employees that night. You need to hold interviews that night because you ain't resting for a week and a half. You understand me? And now your business is booming. And truth be told, he basically can put you in a building. You in a truck. He can put you in a building, and you mess that up over $2,000 essentially. $2,000 messed you up.
Ain't that crazy?
That's crazy.
Show the true self.
You don't deserve to have nothing.
Nothing. You don't.
You was about to make that the next morning.
Easy. But the next morning came and she had no customers. It was clear as day outside.
Damn.
she didn't want to bust down the money.
Man, $2,000, man, destroyed your life.
I would have damn near gave it all to her. 'Cause I'm about to
eat regardless.
I'm about to eat. Here, you can have this.
And the only reason why he even showed up there was because of her live.
Oh man.
He got on her live saying, "Hey, I'm coming over there."
The hairdresser's live.
Huh?
I mean, the food person's live. Sweet.
No. The hairdresser.
Yeah,
the
okay.
girl,
She was supposed to split the money with.
You know, yeah, she was live, and he got on that to go over there. So you mean to tell me this woman basically, you know what I'm saying, like hooks this man to come over there? And we all know who Keith Lee is. The world know who this man is. Mm-hmm. And you do this? You don't deserve to have nothing. And I mean nothing, bro. So
Right there is my issue, man. Wise man once said, man, take care of the plug at all costs. And that's what he meant. You got people out here just for a quick temporary lick will sink the whole ship. I mean, all you got to do is just be patient. That man that threw you an alley-oop, he was about to reap benefits of that for at least the next 6 months. That was going to be able to change your situation, get you in the business, like bro said, hire staff, more income, all of that good stuff, man. But everybody not worthy of blessings. That's one thing that I'm learning as I get older, man. I done watch people fumble situations, man, that could have turned their entire life around, but they just didn't want it bad, or they were just too petty for it. It ain't about being petty sometimes. Sometimes it's about the long play. And don't get me wrong, she might have been in a situation where she was hurting for the money or whatever, but baby, that was gonna be fixed in a matter of days. Just like I said, that man leave a review. She done seen the video just like we have. Show up the next day and it's 100 cars wrapped around a small ass building trying to patron your establishment. But you done did that. Just like bro says, you woke up the next day and it ain't no cars there. So you done sunk the business for $2,000. Like, come on, bro.
$2,000.
nuclear that motherfucker. Boom.
Patience, man. Long term plays. Stop being petty. And I ain't even talking out of malice. Like, I just want our people to just do better as far as that. A lot of times we'll rob the plug, man, for a quick come up and think that we good.
And a lose on the back end.
Right. And you're going to lose every time based on karma alone.
Instant gratification. We talk about all the time. That right now is in front of me. They ain't think about longevity. They ain't think about how he could quadruple in a couple years.
Hey, but you know what's crazy? Like, I know she thinks she can rebrand after this and all these type of things, bro. But in this era, you got to realize, dog, people know your face. And people follow that man, bro, like he Gordon Ramsay, bro.
Yeah, faithfully.
You understand me?
That's facts.
He
His
got
word
an
is
army
law.
out there. Exactly. So, for real, your time in this industry is over with, baby. So we just gonna keep it. There's no way you're gonna be able to rebrand with who you did it to. It ain't what you did, it's who you did it to.
Yeah, or she's just going to play the background. But she ain't going to be the face of it. I mean, she's going to be the face of it.
Her or her son. You or your son. I don't know if they want to watch our pod, but if you watch this, you or your son cannot headline none of the business anymore. You understand me? So you better find somebody that got a good face and know how to talk to people, know how to treat people, and pay them really good and play the back. Other than that, find you another career.
And that's relationships, man. That's another thing. You can be the most talented, skilled person in the world, man, but if you are not good with people or if you don't value relationships, you will not win on the back end. I done seen people with half of the talent that some people got, but just because they nice to people and treat people right, those people, when they get in position, will put you in the door on some shit. But a lot of us, especially in our culture, be just thinking just because we talented that we gonna make it or we gonna go far, we gonna do whatever. Relationships is huge, bro. That's why sometimes, man, you might gotta take a small L right now to win on the back end. And we gotta have that kind of patience. But everybody want it quick. Even in this podcast game, it's like, man, you got some tips, some short. Then you give them the advice, and it's not what they want to hear. And they thinking that you just trying to spin them. It's like, no, it's consistency, showing up every day, like really recording something every day, editing, putting something out every day. I'm not exaggerating. I'm not giving you cliche when I'm telling you that. If you have somebody that got 30% talent and you got somebody that got 90% talent, if this person that got 30% talent put content out every single day, 2-3 times a day, and this person putting content out 1 time a month, he gonna win. Yep. Even if from the start, the dude with the most talent may jump out and have more views initially, but over time, he gonna win. His shit gonna be over in about 3-4 months. He gonna be 2 years in with 10 times the following he had from the start.
Yep.
But again, it's about how you treat people. It's about karma. It's about work ethic, man. You got to have all of it to win. And fortunately, a lot of us don't, man. But again, we ain't gonna stay on that too long. Next, bullshit, man. Trey Songz, who's been in very, very hot water for about the past 5-6 years. I don't think I've ever seen somebody. Well, no, I have R. Kelly, but he close as far as tanking their career. Somebody that started off as the guy in the genre, and now like it's a hands-off policy at this point. So recently, they was somewhere celebrating something. I can't remember exactly what it was, but Jacquees was there, who's also a fellow R&B singer. Allegedly, Trey Songz and a couple of his boys ended up putting hands on Jacquees. Mind you, Jacquees is like 4'11" or something like that. Right. They end up blacking his eyes, all that. So Jacquees jumps on social media like, yes, Trey Songz banned from the city. He can't come back to Atlanta. He this, he that. It's going to be smoke when I see him. Boom, 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 boom. Trey Songz hadn't come out and made a statement yet. It'd probably be smart if he didn't.
He did.
Oh, he did?
No, he ain't made no statement. He just posted his tour dates when he was going to be outside.
Smart
That's
guy.
all he did.
But, again, just getting in just nonsense. Like, what happened to bro, in y'all opinion? Like, what do y'all think is going on here? You got all these sexual assault accusations. You got this situation. What do y'all think is going on?
He became a diva, bro. That's
what happened to him. People got tired of that shit.
He
The
became
fuck?
a diva.
You got the clip of Jacquees?
Yeah, man, he became a diva. That's what I said.
Saying abuse, fighting. I mean, it's just going downhill. I mean, you ain't got
I just wanna
assaults.
be.
I mean,
just wanna be 16.
and that's
What
on
happened to
the woman community. I mean, you can't. It's hard to recover from that.
Yeah, and then he used to like regular women just fall into his feet. You understand me? But it looked like the women that he be allegedly assault, they be having names on them, and they, you know what I'm saying? Like they not going for that.
Right.
And he be trying to treat them all the same. It just don't work like that, baby.
So do y'all think that like his ego kind of just been padded up into that point? Because he's literally able to get, let's say if it's 100 women in the room, he good for at least 80. Let's just be
Shit, at
honest,
the top
as
of
far
his
as
range,
capability.
I'm gonna say 90.
Right. So what would make somebody like that?
He used to the 90. The other 10, he like, damn, why y'all don't like me? And then he go do something stupid to one of the 10 instead of kicking it with the 90. Go where you celebrate it, man. And he want to be where he tolerated it. Now you getting what's going on.
Do you feel like a lot of people got that complex? Because just as you talking, I'm just thinking just people in general. Let's take it off of celebrities, but just dating and stuff like that. They'll have a group of people who want them or who would be willing to indulge in a relationship, but a lot of times they want something that seems unattainable.
Yeah.
Do y'all feel like that's more of a people thing than it is like a celebrity thing?
No, that's a people thing. That's a people thing for sure. Like a lot of people want to be in places they don't supposed to be in. You understand me? Just to prove something. I don't know what that something is. I don't want to be in no place like that, man. If y'all don't mess with me in here, let me hit the back door.
Yeah.
And if I'm close to the front door, I'll go back out that thing. You understand me? You understand me? I don't want to be nowhere where and like nobody messing with me. Nah, I'm cool. It's gonna be too much. It's gonna be too much trouble. And you know when people don't mess with you, they just feel like they can say anything or do anything to you to try to provoke you. Especially with that, like when you that type of man or woman with that status, shoot, they go crazy, man. People go crazy and think they can try you. And then when you do something stupid, the world crucify you because of who you is, not knowing you was provoked.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So nah, I'm not being in no places where I'm tolerated it. Nah. If I ain't celebrated in there, it ain't got to be the whole crowd. That's the one thing about a lot of people too. They want the whole crowd. So nah, I don't need like 1 or 2 people in there celebrating me. Hey, everything else, I'm cool.
Right.
Because I know if I get out of line, the other people going to check me. And you know what I'm saying? If it's something worthy of getting out of line, folks, they going to say, go get it.
So it sounds like more of a validation thing.
Yeah.
Like people need that validation from that small few. Because we be seeing it on Instagram a lot. Like you'll have somebody that got 1,000 comments in there and say 990 of them are positive, but it's 10 bad ones. And now you'll see that person who posted it going back and forth with 10 bad ones and not responding to the good comments. So it's like a validation thing. Like some people think it's actually possible to please everybody.
I ain't pleasing everybody.
Yeah, man.
Oh, you talking about the comments? Oh, I see everything. I'm like the overseer.
Yeah, Matt.
Hey, I'm like the overseeing eye with my comments. Well, with our comments, I see it all. And sometimes I be wanting the conflict. So if you ever got into it with me on Instagram, hey, it wasn't personal. It was business. You understand me? I had to get on you to make sure the other dogs stayed in their place. You understand me?
Smooth comments. So you just went against all your advice you just gave. You just went right against it.
No. I
they call out Smooth
when
directly?
I want some conflict.
When they call out Smooth directly, he in there.
I'm coming at you.
Let's have a chat.
Yeah, I'm talking to you. You understand me? Because now you got to realize you came to my world. I didn't go to yours. I didn't go on your page talking reckless and all that. You came at me and you said my name. It's a different game now. Because now you being direct, and I got to show you how direct I can be. That's all that is.
Speaking of comments, though, like, speaking on that topic, like, the only thing I don't like or don't care for on the comments is when people try to attack who you are as a person.
Yeah.
When you comment, like, we just giving your opinion. It may not be this is how I feel about it. Mm-hmm. It's just I can see it from this angle, and you, especially when you're on the pod, like, you'll defend the angle or just sometimes it's a little content, sometimes not, but like, you can't attack a person for who they are based off that.
Right.
Like, the opinion, I get it. But you start calling names and shit like that, that's when I'm like, look, bro. Because I know if it was in person, it wouldn't be that way.
That's how my
But
comments be.
if they don't know you, and the first thing they have to see of you is your opinion, which is you giving your side of how you feel.
Yeah.
That's you. That's how they're going to go off it.
Yeah, but
It's them giving their opinion back. Now, whether you said something that offended them, but I can't offended them. You get what I'm saying?
But
it's like,
I'm looking at it like I can't do nothing to offend you because I'm not talking to you directly.
You must be.
I'm talking about a
You
situation.
must be if they take it a certain way, though.
If you offended by the situation that we're speaking on, that must be your life, change your life. Because I be looking at a lot of different parts. Let me say, like, I look at a lot of different clips because I don't be looking at a lot of people's parts. Some people have some good clips. And I don't be personal about that. Some of that stuff apply to my life, some don't. I don't be personal about it, though. You get what I'm saying? Because I understand you're just talking about a situation. You get what I'm saying? And that's good that's good for my ears to hear because I'm like, all right, I wasn't thinking like that.
But yeah, it's always,
you know what I'm saying?
To see something from a different angle.
So when you take it that personal and you want to take shots at people, that's something wrong with you. And if you take a shot at me, I got something wrong with me.
You ain't lying. But to the fact where you text a long paragraph and then you hit send after that, like if you got moved by it that much.
Yeah, I got something wrong with me.
I say yeah, because like the irony is that when these clips is out, a lot of times you looking at that camera and your voice is loud and clear. And when they looking at their phone, they feel like you talking to them. Yeah. Like a lot of these topics, especially, certain single mother topics, money topics when it come to men, leadership, things like that. A lot of men take that stuff, a lot of women take that stuff very personal because you saying that, and not only you saying that, but a lot of people stamping it, a lot of people liking it, a lot of people commenting it. In their eyes means that you telling me I'm living my life wrong. Mm-hmm. And you don't understand my story. You don't understand why I got here. Like that's how they personalize it quick like that. Mm-hmm. And it's just, again, unfortunately, most people who on social media is looking for validation. So when they see something that goes in a complete opposite direction, that's like getting stabbed in the ribs. And they, you know what I mean? But people who are decent in their life as far as headspace, like they come on there and just take shit for what it is. This is entertainment. Who knows what the conversation? Who knows what the 2-3 minutes before he said this was like, or the 2-3 minutes after
I want to hear
was like.
Let me see the full.
He could have been joking, like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna play devil's advocate." Da 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 da. And you done took the shit personal. He said like this is what he lived by. Mm-hmm. But again, it's about how healed you are, and unfortunately, most people on social media are nowhere near
fake healed.
But I look at it just like if it's a positive thing we said, and somebody took it personal and gave me a personal shot saying, "Oh man, you said this was," I look at it the same way for something negative that they feel like they didn't like. So that's why I don't say shit back.
Right.
And get your point off that you hate me or whatever it is. Cool. It is what it is. Mm-hmm. But me going back and forth with you, now we got a problem. Because now I just entertain it. What the hell you had to say? I just say, okay, that's your opinion about me. Cool. If we ever meet up, we can have an in-person conversation. Then we can change the story. But having conversations through words
ain't gonna help.
You don't know what kind of mood those words were being sent as.
I'm in the entertainment business.
Eddie said them in all caps.
Big caps. Big caps.
Yeah.
When I'm responding back, just visualize me with 50 caps on my head because I'm coming.
So you gonna be capping? So you capping?
Hey, however you want to take it. But just know, hey, I cut deep. So you better be cutting like me because I don't play fair.
All right, man. We gonna keep it pushing, man. It was a clip about weak men, right? They were saying like why there's so many weak men in the world today. Mm-hmm. It's very interesting. Play the clip, man. See what y'all.
Because I'm wore
This
out.
ain't about the girl that with the water.
I'm wore out.
Tired.
Nope.
Problem is overmothered, underfathered. Still in their 20s and 30s, living at home with their mother being overmothered and underfathered. A mother's instinct is to protect and to nourish and to keep him from harm's way, which is exactly what he needs when he's a baby. But when he becomes a grown man, he needs a father to say, you know what? Life is about risk and responsibility. Go get a job or you will be hungry. Get off the payroll. Take responsibility for yourself. It's time to man up. It's time to grow up and don't run to your mother. There's something in a young man that longs for that. There's something in a young man that says, yes, now I'm with my father and my father is teaching me how to be a man so that one day I can be a father.
So basically, you're saying there's a surplus of weak men in society, and that's the reason. A lot of men, boys are getting over-mothered today. Mm-hmm. And what's y'all thoughts on it? Do y'all agree with that, or do y'all feel like it's other external circumstances contributing to it?
I think that's the main cause for a lot of. So I think that's the main cause, man. Mommy gonna save them. Mommy gonna help me with it. Mommy gonna do this. You understand me? So they allowed to, in a way, make a lot of mistakes that they wouldn't make if mommy stepped back, hands off. You get what I'm saying? But when everybody know when you got a safety net, bro, like you take the risk. That's just what it is. No matter if it's gonna burn you or not, you got a for sure safety net. Let me see if I can win over here. Even though you may be facing an uphill battle. Let me see. But when you ain't got no safety net, man, we all seen men that just it's the same thing with women. I ain't gonna just say one side. Men and women that come along and they doing it by themselves. We see how calculated they steps is because they understand one wrong move and I go back not one step, but I go back 5 steps, and I ain't got time for that. But when you got an overly mothered man, bro, they make a lot of mistakes, man. Especially coming from the hood, boy. They be having kids early, 17 having a child. Mm-hmm. They mama be the moms. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he ain't lying. But he was talking about get off the payroll. Shit, boy, that's too rich for my blood. I ain't heard them shit. I ain't never heard that in black neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Nah, but I mean, if you even think of it how, like, we teach our kids to swim, it's different, right? Like most men, like a lot of us got stories. Yeah, my uncle just threw me in the water, man. My dad just threw me in the water, man. I just had to figure it out. I was scared to death and all that, To where as a mother, she might try to walk you down the steps and ease you out there with the hand under you and all of that. So I think, and don't get me wrong, like that's cool too. But I think as a man, like we got to develop our razor's edge. Mm-hmm. It's not a choice. It's necessary because of what we got to go out here and deal with. But the irony is that a lot of the mothers raising these boys like that complain about the lack of men that there are in the field today, not realizing that you're contributing to that, right? Mm-hmm. Because you babying your son and everything he do is right. And I'm ready to go to this school and cuss the teacher out and cuss the principal out and cuss everybody out because there's no way that my son is up here acting a goddamn fool in comparison to the daddy who going up there listening in a logical way because we know our kid. Mm-hmm. And then you telling me this, okay, let me add these up, whatever. And then I'm going to talk to my son on the back end. But we not just coming up here, the first instinct is to act a goddamn fool because my son done got in trouble, right? So just those two things, just that situation alone can spawn a man in the wrong direction. as far as being a man. Because a man got to answer for his actions. Period. Your mama cannot save you when in his life. And a lot of us found that out the hard way. Where mama used to say all the time, like, better me get on your ass than them white folks get on your ass when you leave this house. But that's real, right? So if I create a fucking fairy tale environment in this household and you can just do what you want with no consequences, and then you go outside and try to do that, you're gonna be in a world of trouble. Whether it's jail or worse.
Yeah.
So and I just think a lot of men, man, like we are way more realistic and way more pragmatic as far as like preparing a son for that.
I think about a real situation I had, but his pops was in his life, but he lived with the mom mostly. And I kind of think about that, but only a few people know this story, but we had a neighborhood bully, and he would always just try people, you know what I'm saying, just random times, whether it was football, basketball, he'd foul you too hard or something like that. What's up? What you gonna do? Like, he'll challenge you like that. So one day, was playing outside, and now this cat was bigger than the bully. He was taller than the bully. Bully swung on him, ping, ping. The nigga said, he just started crying and then ran home. Mm-hmm. I looked at him in the eye and said, you swing over here, I'll beat your ass. But he would try to pick on like who we thought was weaker. But I think about that too, because I'm like, in my experience, especially like for my pops, he was like, hey, if somebody threaten you, put their hands on you, you got to take them out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But bro was a little.
I tell my son that now. Don't let none of these niggas, he'll try you. You and me.
Thing is, Smooth said it earlier. A lot of times it ain't for you. It's to set an example for everybody else.
That's it.
If you make the example big enough, then you won't have those problems, right? But if you make the example that your ass is weak big enough, everybody gonna feel like I can. This is the nigga to play with right there.
Understand me? I can do all that. I can like what's that dude that do that thing like Casanat, but that white boy.
Oh, Aiden Ross.
Aiden Ross.
He just got finessed by
Savage. 21 Savage.
No. He just got finessed by Party too.
Playboy Card.
Playboy Card. Yeah.
He came in and got him for $2 million.
Tried to get it. Well, he ain't get the all two. He was trying to get him for $2 million for 6 minutes.
For what?
And a Ferrari.
Yeah, to come on the stream. He sold it like he was gonna come and just kick it with him on the stream.
He was supposed to be there for an hour and 30 minutes.
But he came in there for about 5-6 minutes. He got up out of there.
Oh my God.
But he only tried that because
21
got over on him. You understand me?
He ain't gonna work with none of the black creators.
And I'm sorry.
Nobody black.
You know what I'm saying? And I mess with 21 for real. But as a man, I wouldn't allow that to happen because I knew. You understand me? We all know what's on the line with the world watching like
on
that.
The live stream.
You get what I'm saying?
Got a big ass platform.
So whatever I had to do, exactly.
You got 100,000+ people watching that shit.
Yeah, watching the stream.
Yeah, real shit. So whatever I had to do to make sure this never happened, I could care less if I lose in the situation. I could care less if I get hurt real bad. The other people will know just the example. Like, hey, bro, that boy ain't gonna play. He ain't gonna go for that. Mm-hmm. But when he didn't do nothing, you get the Cardi situation. You understand me? And then you got cussing out, and man, just put people on there that mess with you. Don't nobody mess with you now. Let's just keep it a bean. You just showed your hand.
That you give him $2 million just to come on the show.
And a Ferrari. And
Playboy got a following. I don't know if you know.
He do. He got a real big following. He had 400,000 people on his stream waiting on him for 6 hours to show up for 6 minutes.
The reason you pay him is because he don't do interviews, so that is gonna be exclusive air, just period. Okay. And he got that big ass following, so it's like. But again, just like Smooth said, man, the example you said is of the utmost importance. I was even talking about me and my old lady when we had our daughter. I said, man, we need to put her in boxing classes early. She's small and she's pretty. That's gonna draw bad attention right out the gate, and if you fold to it, you're gonna have a long fucking time. And we can't save you, but a lot of mothers be feeling like they can save their kid.
Facts. And
you can't, because you can't be with them 24/7. And as men, we know that. So we're gonna try to prepare your ass for when you outside. If we gotta wrestle with you in the house real rough, punch you in your chest, all that type of stuff, slam you on the couch just to get you ready for what you may have to deal with outside. But if you ain't experienced that, it's gonna happen what O said. Man got punched in his mouth and start crying.
Yep.
Ran home.
Teenager.
And you're gonna fall to the pressure of being a follower for real.
Right.
Not no father there. Shit. You're gonna be a follower. You're gonna get somebody that feel like they stronger than you. Hey man, let's go do this. And you're gonna be like, all right.
Yep. Cause you're scared of conflict.
You know what I'm saying? So nah. You right though. Buddy right, man.
Yeah. So I think that type of thing translates too as you get older, even after you get past the little adolescent petty shit. But you get older, and if you ain't got no man or had no man in your life, and sometimes it may not be your daddy, it might be your uncle, it might be your football coach, but just somebody to show you what being a man is, you're gonna have a rough time out here, man. You cannot lead no family a lot of time raised under that type of fairy tale environment that a lot of mothers provide their sons. The irony is they don't do that with their daughters. Ironically, right? Daughters typically don't have a fairy tale world with their mama. It's typically very motherfucking contentious early on, and I don't want you wearing this, and you need to be home at this time. You need to do this, and you need to do that. Da, 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 da. But the boys. A lot of mothers are just, hey, he can do what he wants.
You know why? Because that woman only know how to play in a woman's field.
Exactly. And that's the point of his video.
So. Man, I mean, shit. Two things I will say is definitely being raised by my mom too. But like later in the years, it was a lot of grace given and understanding and passes and you know, things like that, when there were plenty of times where I should have just been like initially no, or don't you always even think about doing that.
Right.
Of course, overall, I had common sense, but it was still just certain things where it should have been just a no from the door. I don't want to hear about it. No ifs, ands, or buts, da-da-da-da. And then also going back to you said like football, I feel like football was one of my first things that kind of feel like made me become I don't want to say a man, but you know what I'm saying? Like you just feel a certain way being able to tackle and wrestle and just hit and just get your testosterone off to use. You know what I'm saying? And that kind of helped wake me up because it was the pain and suffering, you know, going out, working out or outside in practice, it's raining, it's muddy. Like you just feel like, okay, this is what it's like to be a man, to get in, work together as a team. Like you have to be focused, even when you're tired. You have to make sure you're running the right play, running the right route, doing the right blocks, whatever you have to do. The coaches will put you through, you know, like real harsh situations and make you function in them still. Yeah. Because at any given time, you don't know how the game gonna be. It could be game on the line. It could be we need a first down just to win it so it could be over. But if you're not focused when you tired and fatigued and you hurting and things like that, like you still got to find a way to persevere.
Because that's what being a man is, overcoming adversity. When shit start going wrong, when they look to you, are you capable of making a decision that's going to save us? That's what being a man is. And if you never had to overcome adversity or you never ran into it, you are going to fold in that situation. Simply because you don't know what to do and you're scared to make the wrong decision, or you feel like, okay, I'm going to just do whatever because I feel like I'm going to get bailed out. But as a grown man, that's not reality. And it's a lot of dudes out here who run their family that way, who take that approach when they raising their own kids. So now the kids is doomed because you wasn't a grown man to begin with. So how you going to set an example for your kids when you was never a grown man? So that right there is very, very prevalent, dog. Like, you know, we're going to have to do something about that. And it's going to start with dads being in the home more for sure. Even if you into it with the mama, that don't mean that your relationship with your child ends. I just want to put that out there.
That's a fact.
Because it's a lot of dudes who operate like that. To where me and the mama beefing, you know what, man, I just don't feel like dealing with all that. So I'm going to fall back. And when my kid get older, I'll explain it to him. But you don't realize how much time and how much guidance that kid is losing during that get older stage. And even if they do understand it, they already programmed to be who they are, which is wrong. So we got to make it work. Co-parenting, intermediary, whatever the case may be, but be in your kid's life and be active in it, especially young boys.
Facts.
So, all right, man, we're going to keep this thing pushing. It was another clip, man, and we referenced interrupting your man when he's talking and how much of disservice that does to your relationship. Ironically, we ran into a clip where they was talking about it specifically. Gonna play it and get y'all take on it.
Absolutely must shut up. When your partner is talking about the behavior and when your partner is talking about the impact, you absolutely cannot interrupt. One of the things that I recommend is I have a pillow right here to make this a little easier. When you're talking about the situation, when you're talking about the behavior, when you're talking about the impact, the person with the pillow is the one that's doing the talking. If you don't have the pillow, you are not allowed to talk. If you don't have the pillow, the only thing you are doing is listening. When it's your time to talk about the situation, about the behavior, about the impact, your partner's gonna pass the pillow to you. Then it's your turn. The only thing I say is be sure you use pillows. Pillows are the safest, very soft pillows are the safest when y'all are talking. Okay.
The passing pillow method. Kenny, you found that a bit hilarious. You want to jump in here first?
You ain't
feel
never,
like it's some
you
validity?
ain't never getting that pillow.
Hold on.
You got to take this motherfucker from me.
You got to start first.
You ain't never
That's what
getting
it
that
is.
pillow.
You got to start
And then
first.
she gonna go grab her own and say, we using this one.
Oh my God. Now y'all both got pillows.
And if you get a chance, she gonna throw that bitch right in your face, hit you hard as hell. Feel like a brick. Soft, I don't care how soft it is. Hit you as hard as she can with it.
Bruh.
And then walk out.
So you do that's an effective method.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, man, if I gotta get you to hold on or something, just have your ass sit there and listen to me and not say nothing. We have a problem. Like, we are adults. Sit your grown ass down and just listen. Why do I have to get other objects for you to be? That's like me going to get a train set just so you can just focus on something. Just here's this train set here. All right, we got it right here. Okay, now I'm gonna talk to you. The train set going around in circles. They ain't paying attention to you the whole time.
Are you holding her?
You holding that pillow?
Snack?
You holding that pillow a little bit too hard there. Wait, it's like, man, I get it. If that's what you need in your relationship, just to get it started, cool. I agree with it. Also, I agree with it. It's something. At least you're trying.
Starting point. Yeah.
So y'all not going back and forth because y'all not grown enough yet to sit there and just listen to each other talk. Or give each other time.
Like it's training wheels.
Or not interrupt somebody as they're still going. You know.
Here's a question. Why do you feel like that's so hard for people to just sit there and be quiet and listen?
I think it's hard to take. What's how you say it? Criticism. Yeah, it's hard to take criticism. I mean, I don't care who it is. It's hard to get achievements from somebody. Now, criticism is even harder because there's certain words that you say that you like when you're communicating. You don't want to criticize that person, but it's still certain words that you say is going to attack them. And when you feel attacked, your defense mechanism comes out. Okay, how good of a listener you are, or how emotionally in tune you are. When you feel attacked, it's like, God damn, this motherfucker's still going, still going, still going, still going.
Especially if it's true.
And now I gotta listen to your tone and how it's coming out your mouth, how your tone is. Now that's throwing me off because your tone is off. It's not loud. It's real low. Oh, now it's too loud. It's not low enough. I mean, you start paying attention to little shit like that, and then you don't even know what the hell's going on no more. You don't even know what they said. And some people don't even know how to just give their criticism one thing at a time, you know, or in snippets of it. They just let everything out at one time, and now you got to try to remember everything they criticize.
You remember what I said?
And then not attack them back for the things they criticized you about. You just accepting that in, and then if you have something that you don't like about them, then saying that, and if you don't, say, okay, I agree and I understand what you don't like, and I'll try to change that. But a lot of people don't even want to. They just want to get back at you now. Oh, you didn't criticize me. I got to get back at you. I got to say something bad about you.
Or you on one topic and then you end up being down 5.
Yes,
It's like,
people
how
don't
did
let-
the fuck did we get to this topic?
Yeah, people interrupting that. That's why you probably need that pillow because they're going to start interrupting. But you do this. Okay, well, you did this time. Okay, let's go back to that time. On this time, we was 22 years old.
Now-
Yeah,
now
but when
you
you was
back
22,
5 years.
you know what I mean? When you was talking to Shanae, when she was, Shanae,
I forgot all about that. How you even know about that?
let me check my phone, make sure I ain't texting. But yeah.
I forgot all about that. That was 5 years ago.
Interrupting.
Yeah.
Oh, so what's your thoughts on this technique?
Like I said, I think it's like training wheels. I think it's not a bad idea. Like Kenny said, if you're adults, for the most part, you shouldn't be needing that to go that low to allow somebody to have a conversation with you, and for somebody to just, even if it's venting, whatever it is, just getting anything out their chest, whatever they have to feel, you should be able to just sit there and take notes or whatever it is as that person talking. Mental notes, if you need to get a pad out, if you want to address certain things they were talking about, cool. Because I understand that sometimes people may, just get deep into talking and you want to go back and touch on a few things they said. Cool. However, that interrupting stuff, bro, that's disrespectful. Because one, you're not listening, and two, I haven't even, I know a lot of men, they haven't even got into what they really trying to get into.
Right.
First, I'm just trying to lay down the foundation, let you understand what's going on first before I can even describe what's going on. And that be the issue with a lot of women too. Y'all just jump to the conclusion. Sorry, ladies, I'm just talking from a man perspective. Y'all be jumping to conclusions a lot of times when y'all don't understand the totality of the situation. We do not think the same. We do not. So maybe if you had some context behind it, if you had a backstory behind it, whatever it is, then you understand this is why I'm saying what I said, why I said it, how I said it.
Right.
But many times the moment you bring up the situation, whatever the topic is, let's say it's a problem with you not cleaning up. And I tell you initially, I'm getting into it, then you initially want, well, the last time you did it, it's like, bro, can you let me get my shit off? Because when you're talking, I'm sitting there quiet. I'm listening to everything you're saying, taking it in. But when it's my time to speak, give my grievance, we can never finish it. A lot of men go through this. I've talked to a lot of men about this. It happens all the time. This is common. So I don't know what it is, ladies, but we got to fix it. The more men that feel heard, the more he'll come to you and be open with you and be vulnerable with you. But a lot of times I'm not trying to deal with that. It ain't even about peace. At that point, I'm just trying to talk to you. I'm trying to have just a civilized conversation, get my stuff. I'll let you know, baby, it's just, these little small little tweaks we got to make. It's nothing that you're doing is bad. You are a great woman. I married you for a reason. I'm dating you for a reason. I chose you, and this is just what I'm dealing with. And I just want to patch this up real quick, but I think they take it how they deliver it to us, or that's how they internalize it. And so that's what make it bad. Because when y'all delivering y'all messages, ladies, I'm just saying, you think we the worst man in the world in that moment.
What's crazy is, man, what I've noticed over the years in my relationship and other people's relationships, like you, in a sense, you don't see the game played the same. You and your woman, right. The ending may be the same. The ending goal may be the same product of what y'all wanted, but the end game, how y'all get to it, and how y'all set the play up to go get it, totally different. Right. And that be the problem right there. You understand me? Us men, we understand that, baby. You see it different than me. You understand me? I understand what you're coming from. I'll work on that. Women, when you telling your woman something, how you see it, I never know. It's a lot of combative shit that come along with that, bro. So over the years, men tend to be like, all right, that's cool. That's cool. When he start schooling you, get ready to be replaced. Get ready to be replaced. It's cool. Okay. When he start giving you them one-liners, you on the way out the door. He just need one or two plays, and then you cut. You cut. You understand me? And that's what be going on, dog. You understand me? Like, women don't want to see it from their man's perspective. You understand me? Because like when you're looking at it from our perspective, you understand it's not filtered. Because when a man love you, it's not filtered for real. Like when y'all really talking on some shit, it's not filtered. And it's coming from a place of love. And if you just fix that, it'll fix the problem. But all three of those things are an attack on her character. That's the way she take it in her world.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So that's what revolves around that. And that pillow method I would never do.
But another misunderstanding is too, like when we're coming to y'all, a lot of times we already have y'all in mind. Like before we even come to you, we already thought this shit through. Off? How can I get this off? The experience that we've had last time, what did I learn from last one? Okay, well, she said I said this last time. Okay, let me use a different word. Or we've thought this out and thought this through. So please understand our intentions are genuine.
tone and everything.
If I wanted to leave, I would have left. If I wanted to stay out extra late or whatever, I would have. Like, there are certain things, man, y'all got to just give y'all man just a little more patience, a little more grace, and just listen. That's it. Just listen, baby. Just listen. You don't have to agree. You don't. We can be cool, but just listen. That's all.
And that's the part they don't understand. You understand me? Because, bro, we don't have to agree to just be cool. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't have to agree with how you do things. But if you getting it done, shit, I ain't got nothing to say. You know what I'm saying? Me, and vice versa. You may not agree with how I go about, you know what I'm saying, putting our family structure together and all that type of things. But the production is there. You understand me? I'm proven. So what can you question me on? And that's the disconnect. So I'm glad you said it like that.
He also said something about intent that I wanted to dig a little further into. How I just automatically assume that our intent is bad when it comes to this woman that we taking care of and we spend every single day with and we make 1,000,001 sacrifices for. Oh, why do you feel like there's so much skepticism when it comes to like how they perceive our intent talking to them?
I'm really just so happy Otis got the first question that was off topic instead of me. You see how long it takes him to answer now. You see how he's like, damn, what the hell am I saying? You see that? You see how I feel now? Look at you.
I was ready. I'm ready to start baking.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, why do you feel like there's so much skepticism when it comes to how they perceive our intent, considering everything we do for them?
I just think they never really put themselves in our shoes. Mm-hmm. I think and we do it from the gate. How would this look if it was reversed? Like, that's like the first thought. Because from the beginning, I don't want to mess anything up. I don't want her to take this the wrong way. I don't want her to judge this the wrong way. I don't want any assumptions. So I'm going to approach this with much precision as possible. But it just doesn't work that way flipped. I don't know what it is, because that's the majority of women that I know, and it takes time for them to understand. And sometimes the even older women that I've spoken with, like, it just comes to a time where they just be like, you know, it's not messing up anything or anything like that. I still don't like it, but you know, that's him, that's his thing, that's what he like to do, whatever. So I just let him be. That's my man. I love him. I'm gonna let him. But a lot of times it takes time. It takes like 10, 15, 20 years before they be coming to that realization.
Years.
From who I've been talking, like in my experience, who I be talking to, and I be talking to people in their 80s, 70s, like these people be married for years and years and years. And they all, for the most part, be sharing the same game.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, man, like every time that you interrupt a man or every time that you shut a man down, for all the women listening to this, I want you to go grab a piece of paper, just a random piece of paper. I want you to just crumble it up, like as tight as you can. After you do it, I want you to try to spread that paper out and see if you can get it back as straight and clean and in line as it was when you first picked it up. That's what you do to a man's psyche every time you shut him down or every time you interrupt him or every time you try to combat what he's telling you when he's expressing himself. You take a little bit of his care away from the situation every single time you do it, and it'll never come back, because he's gonna get to a point, just like bro just said, where you're gonna be like, you know what? I'm just waiting on this to fall through, and I'm gone. And that this could be, I'm waiting on my kid to graduate. I'm waiting to get this promotion at the job. I'm waiting to get. I'm waiting on these things, and I'm out of here. Mentally, I'm gone. Physically, I'm still here, but mentally, I'm gone, because there is no space for me to express myself, right? So after a while, it starts to feel like, what benefit do I have being here? A relationship is supposed to be mutually beneficial. Mm-hmm. We're supposed to be both getting things that we value and getting upliftment and support and mental stability and things of this. That's what we're supposed to be getting from each other. But after a while, if you constantly interrupting me and constantly shutting me down and constantly belittling, speaking condescending when I get to talking about what it is that I'm feeling, at that point, it just becomes, this whole thing is a liability to me. This is an obligation to me. And that's how you got men who 50, 60 years old who picking up extra shifts at work because they don't want to come home. Mm-hmm. Or taking out of town assignments because I don't want to be around your ass. I'm still paying the mortgage. I'm still taking care of my kids, but I don't want to be around you. So anything that can come up that can pull me away from your ass, I'm jumping into it head first. Why? Because he doesn't feel like there's a space for him to be able to express himself and to feel fucking heard, despite everything that he's doing to make your life easier. Bro just got done talking about how much precaution that we walk into these conversations with. And it's because we know that if all our T's are not crossed and all our I's are not dotted, we will not be heard. It has to be perfect delivery, seamless delivery, or it won't be heard. In comparison to you just being able to come up and just say whatever you want to your man, and we got to eat it. And we got to take, I was just mad. Oh, I just had the rough day. So, but you know my heart. You shouldn't take it personally like that.
Or the no apology and just only sex.
That.
Nah, I'm cool. Keep that sex with you.
So again, every man has a threshold. And once he get it, look at it.
Wait a minute.
Hold on. Wait. How good is this?
Wait a minute now. Let me take the sex.
You know that.
For yourself.
Hey, you know that apology sex be good. It be real good.
When it's one stroke or 10 strokes,
We can't
take the sex.
We can't fold, fellas. We can't fold.
Kenny said, okay, how many I have?
That's real.
We can't fold, fellas.
That's where we fold, Kenny. Because we got to teach them a lesson too.
That's fact.
Nope.
Because they quick to do
That's
it.
when it completely go downhill.
Uh-oh.
But you know what the irony of that is? Because there's a lot of women who are in relationships wondering why they man don't initiate sex with them as much as he used to. Everything we talking about contributes to that.
Yep.
Right? Because when I'm around you, looking at you feels like an obligation to me. It feels like weight. It feels like something that I have to carry on my back. Instead of you being my woman and feeling like, oh, I get to take something off my shoulders. I get to relax. I get to be me. I get to flirt. I get to engage in banter. I get to, it's light when I'm around you.
Boy.
He gonna be way more willing to initiate sex under those circumstances. Now, when men are younger, none of that shit matters. We horny, we want to get it off, so we don't really need that mental stimulation or whatever. But the older we get, mental stimulation is necessary for us to even want to do it. And every time you shut your man down, every time that you remove that safe space for him to express himself, you are lessening his want to have sex with you or to be intimate, period.
And you know what's crazy? I hate when those type of women question that man and say, do you even love me? Ladies, I'm here to tell you, if that man is coming to you every day after work, he don't sleep out. You understand me? He not stopping at no bars for real. He coming straight home to handle husband, boyfriend, daddy duties.
Right.
That man loves you. He loves you. So all that who else you ain't fucking me? How you? In that sentence, your tone is gonna be everything you need to hear yourself. You need to hear yourself, bro. This is why he not initiating the sex. This is why he not touching you like this. This is why when he come in, he go straight to sleep on your ass. He try not to engage in too much conversation because he's thinking, oh, it's gonna be an argument and something. She gonna disagree with something and it's gonna be an argument. So to get rid of that, I'm gonna come in and check on the kids. Oh, yeah, did your homework? You took a bath? Yeah, I ate. You ate, and he gonna go to sleep. That's what they do. So when your man gets to that, it was you. Remember that it was you. You need to fix something. And if you're not ready to see that, I'm sorry, baby. A couple months he may be with Keisha up the street. Cause somehow women that he cheating with, they sense that. They like bloodhounds. Oh, she not treating you right? Don't worry about it.
Come lay on mama titty.
That's what they do.
Kenny, you was about to say something?
Yeah, I want to throw a little wrinkle in there. Come on. I feel like we kind of leaving the men out on responsibility of expressing your emotions.
Okay.
Like, how B just put clear as day, hey, I don't feel comfortable. I don't feel safe. I'm not feeling heard whenever we have a conversation. How many men actually say that to their wives?
Not a lot.
Not a lot.
Yeah.
And why is it whenever we maybe say something deep and maybe they throw it back in our face that we just say, we cut it off or we stop even talking? Or whenever we say something, they cut us off and then we're like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just not going to talk no more. Instead of telling the woman why you're not talking no more.
Because a lot of times we didn't even get to step one. And now that I finally got to step one, you cut it again. So I don't even want to know what step two looks like when I start unloading these levels on you. I couldn't even get to one, or it took us a year to get to one. Now we're at one, and it's still met with the same issue.
So why keep on going through the years and you're still at step one? Why didn't you keep on working like you worked through step one and go to step two and keep working through step two?
Step two might be just in next year. That's why, again, going back to, like I said, like a lot of times people don't realize it until 15, 20 years later, because they really, like, you unlocking levels as you go. And so for a long period of time, I feel like it's just button heads until one day, whatever happens, somebody finally understands the other person is like, okay, now I get it. And so now you're able to kind of release a little bit more, but even still, it's always going to be uncomfortable. Something's going to come up to where they're going to be button heads again at some point.
I'll tell you what is synonymous with me to answer your question, why men move like that. I think because it's so hard to have that initial conversation, that when I attempt to have it with you and you interrupt me and dominate the conversation, let's just be honest, women are more skilled generally at expressing themselves and at just debating and arguing, period. They are more skilled at it. So when we come in we already working at a deficit. And then on top of that, we thinking about your feelings, and we don't want to see you cry, and we don't want to see you angry and things of that nature. So as a man, a lot of times we so used to just taking shit to the chin and just keeping it pushing, that in our head we rationalize not furthering through and fighting through as this not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
Because we got more important fish to fry down the line. This is something small. I ain't really tripping on it. Let's just get past it. But the problem is that we do so much of that to where it becomes a fucking insurmountable mountain of stuff to get over. And now we done built resentment for your ass. So again, not validating the reason, but just acknowledging some of the circumstances. It's extremely hard for that man to even have that initial conversation. Going back to what O said, I done finally built up the nerve and the fucking bravery, let's just be honest here, to come and sit down and tell you what I need from you or what I'm not getting from you. And I get 4 words in and you just chop my head off and immediately start talking about what I'm not doing. That's just like somebody going to a swimming pool taking lessons and you jump in that water first and almost drown. And then you get out, you like, you want to go back in? Nah, I'm cool. This is, I'm good. Swimming is not that important. I got a lot of shit going on in my life. I'm good. I almost died just now. But again, that's how serious that a lot of men take that. And again, that's not validating. It's not saying it's right, because we got to improve on that. But that's the reasoning for it.
I would say it's right.
I could see that. But I mean, this is your partner you're supposed to grow with, right?
Correct.
Right.
And now once you start building and building and building, now we're putting more blame on her and saying, hey, you never gave me a chance to open up. Mm-hmm. And now we're saying, hey, we never even tried to guide her or build her in a way to open up in that way, if that makes sense. Like we never, expressed to her like, hey, I'm trying to be emotional because it's hard for me to be emotional. This is what I need. I'm gonna keep on trying with you. Instead, you're just like, you know what? I tried one time. I'm done with it. Obviously, I can't do this with you. So now I'm just gonna beat myself down and inside and mentally hurt myself mentally, saying, hey, I just can't be emotional with you at all after one opportunity.
You don't be one.
But you got to realize
we didn't say it plenty of times before. Once you do it once, man not gonna do it again. And it's even hard for men to even open up to their boys.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So how do you think it's gonna be for a man to open up to his woman that he loves so much and he can't look like he don't want to feel weak in front of her?
That, and you got to realize though, like most men don't even talk about their feelings for real. Like we used to bottling that. That's just
which is not good.
You understand me? Who's to say it's good or bad? But that's what, from my view of men and me being a man and seeing all this shit, that's what most men do. Most men bottle their emotions, and on top of that, when stuff going good and all that type of stuff, most men don't even talk about it. You understand me? Most men just say, hey, I love you, baby. You understand me? We don't say, oh, I'm so thankful for you, my love. We don't do that like women do to us. We don't do shit like that.
But I mean, even if most people do it, that doesn't make it good, because we have this issue with all men are sitting there saying, I don't have a chance to open up. now whenever I'm in a relationship with somebody, I can't even get my emotions out. How is that something good and you want to complain about not being able to get it out?
Well, no, the thing is, he not saying that it's a good thing. He just speaking to the context around. No, he said I can't say whether it's good or not, but he said analyzing the field, most men do this. But to answer your question, I think it's because men feel like women are savants when it comes to conversation and when it comes to communication. So you should be able to read and understand the circumstances that bro just laid out. Most men are not expressive. And since you say you know me so well, and since communication is such a big thing to you, why is it only ever one-sided? And why are you so comfortable with it being one-sided? And whenever I try to make the shit mutual or two-sided like it's supposed to be, being as though you're the savant, you refuse to let me do that. Yep. So I think that's where the vitriol and the resentment come in. Don't portray yourself as, oh, I'm miscommunication and mishealed and I'm on this journey and da-da-da. But when it comes time for that communication to go both ways, it's a hurdle here. It's an argument here. It's a cutoff here. No. Sit your mature healed ass down and listen to what this man is saying, just like you said you was. Or stop saying that your ass is healed and stop making it like you are a fucking communication savant, because you are not.
And on top of that, on my end, I'm expected to understand when shit back out.
I hope we do that, but men don't do that. Y'all just said that we will sit here and let her go with it. We won't battle back.
Yeah, right.
But
We'll
that's
just,
over the years, we don't.
That's our problem.
Right.
We need to fix it.
I agree.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But that's why I've said before in the past, learning from my past situations, to just say what the fuck you got to say and what's on your mind and just let her deal with it.
Right.
If you still want to be here after this conversation, then cool. More times than not, when you tell the truth and just lay it all out, she'll like the next day, she'll apologize, understand what she was wrong and stuff. But sometimes you do have to just get that shit off, in that moment. You may have to be rude. Hey, I need you to, I need you to shut up because you're talking too much at this point. And I'm getting frustrated. I don't want to shut down on you like I have in the past. You tell me to open up. Here's my opportunity for me to open up. And yet again, you're cutting me off. So listen, shut up. Let me get what I have to say off, and then let's deal with it. I'm not trying to hurt your feelings. I love you, but this is how I feel. And this is hurting me. This is crushing me, or whatever it is. And if I have to continue dealing with this, then I can't be here.
No, I wish most men would speak like that.
I agree.
But they don't. They just be like, all right.
All right.
And be done. And it be 15, 20, 35 years in. Now they like, I can't wait for this kid to graduate. I'd rather just pay alimony. I'm cool with the alimony. I can make it through that.
And some men don't even go through that. They do that out of love for their partner. You get what I'm saying? Like, man, I love her so much. I don't even want to deal with I don't want to see her like that. I'm cool.
It's like you scared to rock the boat.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
But you gotta rock the boat. You gotta rock the boat.
It's like you're giving away the love that you have for yourself, and you still
True.
even though that you love her, you're slowly building up resentment towards her because you can't get out what's really deep inside of you.
Yeah, but most men love their family more than they love themselves over the years. That's just how it works.
No, wait. Not let's stay right there.
Come on.
Who's to say that men love themselves?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Generally.
I'm telling you.
I mean, because again, we're not programmed to love ourselves. We programmed to take care of everything around us and take the short end of the stick. Make sure everybody is good to eating first, taken care of. Make sure you got it. Make sure you on the right path. Even if our battery is drained like a motherfucker in the process of doing that. So, in my opinion, I think we done tapped into an even deeper conversation. I don't feel like generally most men love themselves. We don't know how.
That's why 70% of us commit suicide.
Yeah, exactly.
Or they love their family and what they can do for their family more than what they can do and who they are themselves.
They do love that, but I still think it's a side in you that man, even though you love yourself love your family more than you love yourself, there's still a side of you that wants to be able to release what you feel.
Yeah, want to, yeah.
Yeah. But that's when your woman should step in at.
Yeah, but if you're scared to do that because the first time you did it, you got shut down. And over, let's say over 15, 20 years, whenever you were conversating with your woman, you immediately shut down when something wasn't going your way. You didn't know how to express yourself. After 15, 20 years, you ain't even going to be able to, she's going to be like, well, you have never done this over 20 years. Now all of a sudden you coming at me with this different vibe. Now she has to try to guide herself how to handle this situation because you have been comfortable with shutting down when you're really not comfortable. If that makes sense.
No, it does. But I also think that you shortchanging the amount of times that men try. Because I don't believe the men try one time and it's over. I think men try one time and we see how that go and we take notes and we analyze and we try to come a different way next time.
We build up and come a different way.
Then we
like
get shut down that time. Okay, we go back, take notes. We try to come a different way, a little bit lighter.
Gate put
and
down.
we get shut down that time. So after about 3 or 4 of those, then it's like, okay, I'm done. Because nothing you saying is working. And that's my issue with the whole tone situation. We done talked about it before. To whereas when you getting dead on her ass, now it's a tone thing. When in reality, I could whisper what I'm telling you that I need you to fix.
Yes.
And you're gonna interrupt me. And you're gonna have a problem with what it is that I'm saying. But women don't present it like that. They don't present it under that guise. They present it as, if you deliver it to me like a civil human being, then I'll take in and I'll implement what it is that you're telling me to change. And that's not true. And we gotta stop letting them tell that lie. You know what I'm saying? As a man, going back to what O just said, precedent has to be set. Sometimes shit just gotta be, I'm doing this. I don't care how you feel about it. If get on the ship or get the fuck out the way. That needs to be the sentiment sometimes, just to set that precedent. And it's not to be malicious, it's not to down you, but it's to set precedent for how this shit is gonna run. But just like Kenny is saying, a lot of men don't do that because I wanna please you. So I'm gonna repress what it is that I really want. I ain't gonna speak on it too much. I'm gonna just let it slide. And then hoping one day that you will open up and let me or allow me to do things that actually make me happy. No, as men, we gotta set the fucking precedent. This is what makes me happy. I'm gonna do it. You knew who I was when you met me. Just like I said, miscommunication, mishealed, being able to read a man, right? You should have been able to read this shit when you met me. You know what my interests are. So don't get with me and try to curve my fucking interests to mirror yours. We are two different people. And I accept you as you are.
Exactly. And I'm not trying to change you.
Do the same fucking thing to me or get out of the way. That needs to be the mindset that more men have. And then once you set that precedent, she may cry, she may get mad, she may cold shoulder. But if you stay consistent with it,
Yep, she gonna respect it.
she gonna respect the fact, hey, my man, this is who my man is. Or she's gonna get the fuck out the way. But either way, you win. But if you just continue to repress, it's like Kenny saying, you're gonna get to be a 15, 20, and you're gonna have so much resentment for that woman that you will hate her.
Yep. And then you got to pay for the next man to come in and clap the cheeks in the house that you built.
The house that you built.
No,
Real,
man.
bro.
No, man. I don't wish that on no man, man. But that's what men be going through. That's what men be going through, man.
And this ain't trying to dog pile on women. It's just literally like just getting y'all to understand what a
Because we
lot of
talking
men
about
be
men in
going
this
through.
too.
Right.
And this is something that men, I'm pretty sure y'all can sit down and just press play.
Don't worry, ladies. I got your back.
Just press play.
I came through to help y'all a little bit.
Just press play.
But the boy's good. Thank you.
Motherfuckers are skilled.
They know how to conversate on the pod, but where can they get off?
Straight up.
Get your ass in there and fold them clothes.
Yes, man.
While y'all playing, I got a phone close when I get back in. I got a phone close when I get back in.
You say yes,
And
man.
I'm on that pronto.
Look here, man. On that note, we gonna get in that vice collar, man. All right, man. First things first, man. Our girl Naya, she said, "What's up, Krew season?" As we approach the month of December. Okay, damn, we finally catching up.
Jesus.
We have to celebrate December 4th, your girl's birthday. Damn, we missed it. Happy belated birthday.
Belated birthday, 2 months.
She say, as a person who's turning 29 this year,
Okay.
what advice would you give to someone who's spending their last year in their 20s? Also, what were your highlights or milestones when you all was in your 20s? As always, I appreciate you guys and all y'all do, and y'all truly appreciate it.
can never speak.
Boy, when I was that age, I put up
What category?
81 like Kobe.
What category you talking
What category we talking about?
Hell no.
Our financial life, sexual life, physical life.
Three different tiers.
Yo.
Yeah. 29. Just my advice right off the top of the head, man, is that
It's still
things. Yeah, you still young, but I think when you hit 30, Like you get a sharper view on things, like a more realistic view. I think when you're in your 20s, obviously you're still young, you're still bushy-eyed, you still out here, you trying to just try things out and experience things and kind of see where things go. But I think once you hit 30, a lot of times reality smacks you in the face. And that could be a good thing or a bad thing. I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. I'm saying that you just see things from a way more clear lens. So now is the time. If you didn't do what you're supposed to do in your 20s, your 30s is fun because you're more mature, you got more money, and you're still young. You're still able to go out there and take risks and things of that nature. So this is a beautiful time in life.
Yes.
I'll just say that.
Unless you got 4 kids.
Then
you're dead. I hear it, 30. You're dead.
If you had 4 kids, that was outside of the plan. Right? Now, you ain't speaking of that. But yeah, so that that's my take on it. What y'all boys think?
29, I think you really just getting started. You should be kind of having a job that you want or career field somewhat. You know, you've lived a little bit now, so now you should be able to make smarter decisions, more sharper decisions, and just a little more focused because, before you know it, just like you just getting ready to turn 30, 40 gonna be around the corner. So just having everything together, taking your time with it, don't rush. Just be patient. As long as you're working, it's gonna come. That's what I got to say.
10 highlights, man. Shit. What I did 20s. Graduated, got a decent paying job, got married. Kens ain't get it. I was about 30. Yeah, I feel like I set myself up decently, but it's always looking back. Like when we advising somebody younger, man, I say just start whatever your passion is a lot earlier. That's the only thing that I regret.
Absolutely,
Damn, 20s,
absolutely.
20s. I got married.
Absolutely.
I had my son. Built my first house. Shit, man. I lived in Japan, Cali.
Don't do what I did.
Made a little bit of bread.
I was running numbers up.
Yeah, I was all right. I was working.
Don't do what I did. Focus on yourself.
I was all right. I wouldn't say I was in the position I wanted to be in, but I was all right. I was doing all right. But I also had a partner. So
Yeah.
that sped up my process a whole lot. So
I agree.
Yeah, take it in, man. Take it in. You are still young, man. You 29. You still got fight in you. I think a lot of times when you get to about 35, get to about 40, Tupac said this when he was alive. He used to say like most, he's talking about black men specifically, but he said, do what you need to do in your 20s, man, because once you hit 30, the fight in you dies. And what he meant by that is a lot of times life will beat your ass down so bad the way you feel like I don't have opportunities to go do this, or I don't have the energy
'Cause you older.
to fight the system and rebel and try to make change and try to be legendary and stuff like that. Now I got kids, I got a wife, I got to tone it all the way down and just take care of what I done
you settle in.
You see what I'm saying? So yeah, you still at that age, man, the way you got some fight in you and you got some rebellion in you, man. Go be legendary, dog.
Yeah, definitely take risks.
Be the one in your bloodline, baby.
Take risks, especially when you're really young, like when you 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, man, take all the risks you can take. Like if that means you
sleeping in the car for your shit.
Yeah, staying with a friend across the country, do it.
One thing about motherfuckers, man, they gonna talk about you when you're down or when you're up. Real shit. Your haters gonna be your haters, bro. I don't care what you doing in life. They got bad shit to say about Jeff Bezos and Jay-Z's and all these type of things. These are people that they cannot work again. So hey, baby, look, or did anybody listen to this? Chase that shit like you ain't got no life tomorrow. You understand me? If I can go back and talk to my younger self, that's what I would tell myself.
Man,
chase the shit. Like you just can't breathe tomorrow.
Yep.
Because I'll be in a 10 times better position today than I am today if I had that, or if I had someone telling me that.
Facts.
Or if I knew that early. You get what I'm saying? And the world is much bigger than the city that you live in.
Man. Yes, sir.
You get what I'm saying? When you're that young, I would advise you, man, like to move away from your comfort zone.
Yep.
You know
Even if just for a couple of years.
Yeah, just to see what you made of, see what you can do, see the people that you can meet. Because this life is about meeting people, bro.
Relationships.
You understand me? It's about them relationships, bro. That's the shit that take you to where you need to be and where you want to be. No one does it by themselves. No one.
Facts.
You understand me? I care less if people say I started from the ground up and all that type of stuff. That's just the initial thing. But when you started getting them ball rolling, it's gatekeepers, baby. And you got to get along with these people to hit the next level. You get what I'm saying? Like, we was talking about talented people. You understand me? At the top of the pod. I know a lot of people with a lot of different gifts, but they didn't know how to talk to people. Or they rub people the wrong way. And they stayed at that level. You get what I'm saying? And then I know other people that didn't have certain talents, that didn't have these type of things. They didn't know these type of things. But the one thing they did have that was perfect was people skills. And they knew how to be a chameleon. And that's what soared them to the top. You get what I'm saying? So just be risky when you're young, man. Be real risky, bro. And don't care about don't care about people calling you broke. Because we in the area where people try to shame you for you being broke. Broke is just that moment. Yeah, I'm broke right now. So what? Fuck it. Catch me in a year or two. My plan gonna be together in a year or two. No one comes up with a plan, oh, I'm gonna get rich today and then they rich. No one does that. People come up with the plan and 5-10 years, I'm gonna be right here. Think about your 10-year goal or your 5-year goal. I'm gonna be right here. Yeah, I'm on my knees right now. So what? But I'm grinding though. And that's the part I think we miss in our black community, man. We miss that strong thing right there. So just be ferocious, man.
That's it. Kenny, you got something to add to that?
Nope.
All right.
Jen got married, so at 20.
That wasn't on my highlight.
You said 20.
He said that wasn't on my highlight.
I'm saying it's possible. It's possible.
My highlight is waking up every day.
Yeah. Especially today, because they damn sure ain't promised. For sure. All right, man. We're going to keep it pushing, man. My girl, Andrea, Patreon.
What up?
All right, she said, hey, no anonymous-ish here. God damn it. Say my name is Andrea and I need y'all to help me out. I'm 36 years old, no kids, proudly independent. I usually leave at the first sign of trouble while dating, but I'm trying to do better. I met a 36-year-old man with a 14-year-old son. We met only 2 weeks after his dad passed away. I was extremely hesitant to even give him a chance because I knew the grief would be difficult for him. However, he assured me that he could handle all of it. I accepted that part and chose to be supportive. In the first 1.5 months, he was great, consistent, kept his word, and had top-tier communication. Well, he wanted to make this official quickly. I was reluctant to jump into a relationship, but he wants marriage and a family within the next 2 years. I remember y'all saying that men know what they want early, so I decided to trust the process. Well, a month after we made things official, he started cutting up. He got sick, a common cold, and shut down. I gave him a little grace, but told him that shutting down isn't cool. Well, Thanksgiving weekend came, and this man didn't even try to spend a minute with me. He didn't call, text, send a smoke signal, nothing.
You with baby mama.
If I tried calling him, no answer. If I texted, no response. He would call me back a few hours later, so I finally lost my cool and went off. He told me that he had a lot going on with his family, his finances, and said, I don't feel like talking to anybody. I politely said, okay, cool, and deleted his number, text, pics, and went back online to find a date for the weekend.
Cool.
Say, my friend said that I should give him more time because he is dealing with a lot and still grieving. But I'm not one to sit and wait on a man. What do y'all suggest? I know losing a parent is difficult, but how much is too much? He's a good guy, I think. But I'm not staying in a lonely-ass relationship this early. Key points: 1, we've never had sex. I told him I need to wait until I was comfortable and that this was going to be the last. 2, he's a OTR, or on-the-road truck driver. So he's home every other weekend except holidays. Thank y'all for answering my question. We miss Kenny, damn it.
Ooh. I came back for that.
Yep.
For her to sit on there and blame that man, it's her fault.
That's a fact.
That's how you gonna do it.
I know it is.
You sit up here and say, well, he was ready to be in a relationship, he ready to be married and all that. His goals. What was your goal? You ain't say your goal. You just said, you know what? I was reluctant, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Why not?
Yeah, what the heck?
Nah, you get played, and now it's like, oh, well, see, look what happens when I give somebody a chance. No, you knew what the hell you wanted, and you didn't want that.
Especially with this situation.
You was having fun dating, going around, getting rid of people instantly because you weren't looking for a relationship. You was just out here dating. And I blame you.
Thanks.
Now look at you. Appreciate your support, though. I'm back. That's probably not what you wanted to hear, but I mean, that's how I feel the whole situation with. I can't blame him for.
Yeah, she let herself on, man. She fooled herself. You understand me? And then on top of that, like, you meeting a man, he just lost his parents and all that type of stuff. That's dangerous for you, baby.
Yeah.
You don't know who he gonna turn into.
That's too
when somebody
fresh.
suffers a significant loss in something like that, like we talking about mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, a really good job. You don't know who they gonna turn into,
Right.
and you need to let the dust settle to see what is what. You get what I'm saying? And if I was in your situation, man, the day he didn't, like Thanksgiving, we all know that's family day, everybody. That's my lady day. I need to be seen with her family because that's where you're going to be at. And everybody, you 36, everybody looking at you like, where your man at?
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So he understood real shit.
I'm looking at you. You got the truth, though.
Hey, he understood how important that day is. He ain't young. You get what I'm saying? So soon as that happened, you should have stopped talking to him right there. That should have been dead.
That day was important to him and his father too.
That's true.
Maybe he doesn't like celebrating.
But you gotta realize. Maybe he don't what? He don't what?
It could have been like, it was his first holiday without his father.
Celebrating it because he's still grieving.
I understand that. But at the same time, one phone call.
True.
Hey baby, look, I'm going through this right now. You know what I'm saying? I lost my papa, whatever. Me and him usually, you know what I'm saying? That ain't nothing but a 2-3 minute conversation. And she would have understood that. She wouldn't even wrote that.
True.
But for you not to say nothing at all, you're not ready to lead anything. That man not ready to lead nothing. Regardless of what he's saying, his actions is showing you he not ready to lead. In his head, he's probably, man, I want this. But his actions showing he not ready for that. You get what I'm saying? So let's say you follow through with this man and you marry this man and have a kid with him, and adversity strikes again. What you think he gonna do with you and your kid?
Now you stuck.
You understand me? So you gotta understand what's in front of you, and don't let your friends, goddamn me, sway your mind in this shit. Because who you end up with for the rest of your life, or who you end up having a kid with, bro, your kids, your friends have no control over that. They shouldn't have no input on that. Nah, the man beating your ass or something like that, of course, listen, you know what I'm saying? But if you making the right decisions until you're 36 and you got no kids or something like that, it seems like you're too picky in my eye, but you've been making the right decisions. You ain't slipped up. So in that, you need to choose correctly, because with you agreeing to that, obviously you want that too in a way. You tired of, you know what I'm saying, sneaking and geeking around. You tired of just trashing men. You trying to have something stable now. Them grown folk on your ass, huh? Every time you go by your people house, them grown women like, what you mean that? You understand? And you starting to feel the pressure. So you need to move accordingly. And when you get you a man not gonna be perfect, baby. I'm here to tell you that. He's just not gonna be perfect. He's not gonna make all the right decisions. He's not gonna say all the right things, all that. You not gonna do that neither. So you need to have a little string for that. You understand me? You can't run. It seems like you a runner too, because you run at every sign of adversity. That's what you said. So you a runner too. You have to fix that about yourself.
She's a track star.
You understand me?
She gonna run away when they get home.
That's what I would tell you.
So I'm gonna say this because this is perfect. So I hope you've been watching this whole part. This goes back to what we was talking about earlier, and how the women, how they, just their perspective and how they see things. And how they're softer and how they try to be more understanding in certain situations when they shouldn't. They don't give understanding to their men, but anyway, that's another topic. They should have told you the moment that he told you he had just lost his parent, a man would have said, no.
Stay away from that.
That's not nobody that you should be dealing with. Friend, maybe checking on them, hey, how you doing? But that man is going to need time, a lot of time to grieve and get through that process. You being right there, it's only going to be a crutch. It's only going to be a distraction.
Yep.
And things going to start coming out down the line. That's not something you are not ready for. And you said your first instinct was be a little hesitant. You should have followed that first instinct. That goes back to, like I said before, women's intuition like a McDonald's ice cream machine. You only work when it's convenient. He must be handsome or whatever it is. Now you lean into him. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so that's what made you lean into it. But no, a man would have told you straight up, no, baby, He might be cool, but that's not the right time.
You gotta let a year go by. You gotta let the parent birthday go by. You gotta let the holidays go by, just to let them get that feeling of, man, I can't really reach out to my parents anymore. You understand me? Because I'm pretty sure, man, I ain't been through it yet, but I'm pretty sure that's difficult.
That's heavy.
You understand me? To not be able to reach out to you, even if it's a small call or text to your parents and say, hey, man, happy Thanksgiving, Merry Christmas, happy birthday. You get what I'm saying? That's small things, but when they no longer there with nobody picking that phone up, that is heavy.
Yeah.
That phone heavy. You get what I'm saying? Your heart is heavy. So yeah, I would say a whole year. Like, you meet somebody like that, the whole year need to pass so they can just feel that and understand that.
Yeah, I think y'all boys crushed that. I don't really got much to add to it. Again, man, it's about knowing what you're signing up for. And when you get the signs presented in front of you, you don't have an excuse on the back end. That's just what it is. Now, I can see if he didn't reveal that to you until y'all fell deep into a relationship, and then he just started wilding, and then you ask him, he's like, oh, yeah, well, I lost my pops. That's something different because you got tricked into the situation, but you knew what you was walking into, right? And when you walking into things, especially at 36, you done lived a little bit of life to know what's what and what's the situation that I need to stay far the fuck away from. And that was a situation that you need to stay far the fuck away from. It's just honest. He could, and that's a problem at 36
because she got rid of everybody quick.
But even still, damn a relationship. I'm sure she probably got a friend that went through it, or a sister that went through it, a cousin that went through it.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? You done live some life to know like what that process is gonna look like and how ugly it's gonna be. And again, that's not saying that there's something wrong with the man, or that's not saying that he ain't a good guy, or none of that. But that's saying that if I sign up for this, I gotta be ready to deal with everything that comes with it.
Yeah.
And she wasn't ready to do that. That's why she was hesitant to do it. So going back to what y'all said, the signs was presented. You should have followed your own intuition. Your intuition told you what you were supposed to be doing. But you went against it. And now we're here. But luckily y'all ain't had sex or nothing like that, so it ain't too much ties to it. So if I'm you, I would get up out of there. Because he's not ready. Don't listen to your friends, man. And that's what women's friends, man.
Keep them singles.
Sometimes,
make them
bro,
baby mamas.
some
keep
of the
them single,
advice,
make them baby mamas.
Some of the advice that they give y'all is head scratching. I'm gonna just be real, cause men, we gonna tell each other some shit, and we may know our boy don't want to hear it.
And the nigga gonna hit you with he gonna hit you quick. He ain't gonna book it. He ain't gonna sit cold.
She should have fucked the sadness out of him. That's what she should.
That ain't what he need right now.
Bro.
Shit.
I mean, yes, but that's temporary though.
Yeah, shit, them boy got shit to deal with, man. All right, we're gonna keep it pushing, man. It's the last one of the day, man. It's from our dog, Marquis, Patreon.
Okay.
All right, my boy said, yo, Krew, love the pod, man. Been listening for a while. He said, I need y'all help. This a little deep for me. Pause. He said, but I lost my father.
Talk a little closer.
Right now, hell no. Nah, he said, he said, I lost my pops about 4 years ago. He was a big part of my life. He said, how do I go about mourning? He said, I've never cried about it. Every time I feel it, I just push it down. I feel like crying about it is weak or a waste of time. He said, I know this is pretty long of a question. He said, I just don't know what to do. Any advice y'all give will help.
Man, I'm gonna tell you this now. You gotta let that shit. You gotta let it go. And what I mean let it go is you gotta go through those motions. You gotta go through those feelings. Or otherwise, you're gonna wonder why later down the line why you tripping, why you being so mad, flipping out on just random things. That's because that's gonna be stuck in the back of your head. And you trying to bury it, you trying to cover it up, you trying to keep yourself busy doing things like that. But I'm telling you, it's gonna eat you up. And personally, I lost my pops when I was 10. And even though those moments were so long ago, like sometimes that shit still be hitting me and eating me up. And I'm gonna tell you, when I was 10 years old, bro, that was a long process. Like it felt surreal. I felt like at times that he would just pop up on me. Like I was like, nah, that ain't really happened. Things just got hard for him. It's a lot of kids. He just, like, I really tried to psych myself out a lot of times. Like, nah, that ain't really happened. Like, I'm gonna see him eventually. You know what I'm saying? So you got to go through that process. You got to go through those feelings. I remember like my chest just hurting for like days at a time. And I'm like, I don't know what's going on. My chest hurting or my stomach hurting because I just wasn't feeling good. And that was all because just weighing those emotions. And then once I did finally, begin to kind of let it out and just do me and just live and just understand like, hey, at this, you can't do nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? You have to finally accept. And if I'm not mistaken, it's like, I don't know too deep into this, but I think it's like 5 stages of grief or something like that. It's like the acceptance and the growing into it. And it's like a lot of different steps, but it's a real process. And again, bro, it's year 4 and it's still gonna be fresh to you. Every year is gonna be something different. Birthdays, holidays, especially like a birthday. Birthday and the death day, that's gonna be the 2 hardest that it's always gonna be in your mind, even when approaching. I still get anxiety around my pop's birthday and the day he passed. Like my birthday on the 5th and he passed on the 16th. So like I be all hyped up for my birthday, but in the back of my mind, I'm like, this day coming too. I gotta replay this shit in my head over and over and over. It's been almost 25 years. So it's definitely a process, bro. And it's shit hard. It really is hard, bro. It really is. But you gotta find a way to get through it. Again, like I said, just deal with it and the emotion. If you gotta be by yourself and just let it all out and cry, whatever you have to do. But a lot of that, you gotta let some of that weight off so you can live and be yourself. Because otherwise, your emotions are always gonna be interrupted some kind of way.
Yeah. Damn.
I don't know. I wouldn't know how to deal with that. Don't want to know how to deal with that. My only advice would probably be to maybe seek a therapist, maybe to help you not mourn in silence,
For sure.
Because, sometimes we let our emotions take over our thoughts, and sometimes we do things that we wouldn't want to do, so I would say probably see a therapist and have somebody that can maybe talk you through showing the right emotions or letting the right emotions out or letting some of it out. It won't be something that you'll, be able to, I don't know what's a good word for it, but I just think that, a therapist probably, that'd be my only advice. I have no experience on that, losing a father, so,
Yeah.
Don't even want to think about that, so.
It sounded like your dad was a great man. You understand me? So my only advice would be just be a better man than he raised you to be. You understand me? So whatever he was instilling in you, be 3 times that, be 4 times that. You understand me? That's the way to honor him. You understand me? Because he seen some potential in you. He seen everything in you. So he was there every day, and he had obligation to you. You know what I'm saying, me? So that's why you feel the way you feel. You know what I'm saying? He raised you to be a strong, powerful man. You know what I'm saying? Me? So don't forget that part about yourself. But you definitely need to mourn him, though. And you don't need to do it in silence. You don't need to do it in silence, man. Because forever you're going to remember, you understand me? Until you get your own family, in my opinion, I think you're going to remember all the holidays you ever spent with your dad. You get what I'm saying? Good or bad. You're going to remember his birthday. You're going to remember when your birthday come around, what your dad used to do for you. You get what I'm saying? Like, you're going to remember those type of things, bro. Or if y'all even watch, with us, black people, we watch games together. We watch, basketball, football, like championship games. Like, even those days might be a little tough for you. So that's the part you got to figure out, man. But it sounded like he was a great dude, so don't spiral out of control because you loved him so much. He loved you enough to be there and show you a way. So don't let that be in vain.
Another thing too, it ain't always got to be sad either. You can, if it was somebody that's close to him, like if he had a brother or a sister, like sometimes you can have conversations with them and get some stories or, just laugh about the good times and things like that. Like it don't always, have to be sad. Sometimes just seek out, hey, what was Pops like, or growing up, or what was, what I'm saying? Like sometimes that's okay too to kind of get you a good feeling, like Pops, he was right, like that was dope in him, and or just something interesting that you didn't, you know what I'm saying, get to know. So it ain't always got to be.
Holla at his best
sad,
friends. His best friends got the juicy stories.
Yeah,
He got the stories the family don't know about, baby.
Right. Shit like that, yeah.
Real rough.
He dead now, so they gonna let you know, man. They gonna let you know. That's real.
You're right though.
That's real, bro. That's what you got to live on.
I get it. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you gonna laugh at the stories and all that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like
It's how he was. If he was saying like he's no longer here, so he
Yeah.
dead.
Hey, cause bro, it's things I don't want my son to know about. But I know if I pass, hey, he come to y'all for information.
We gotta tell him.
Yeah,
We gotta keep it G with it. Right?
Man, that's just what it's gonna be.
Yeah, it was a sip.
He was a wild boy.
So that
He got
that's
drunk off
my only
80%
thing.
juice.
Never seen a nigga drink so much orange juice and supposed to be a.
So hey,
That
that's
boy
my
blood
thing.
was coming out vitamins.
That's big cap. But for real, you know what I'm saying?
Hell, did we draw some Tropicana out there?
Hey, you gotta hook up with his best friends, man. Like, and see what your daddy was really like. The man you didn't see, for real.
Yeah, man.
That's the man that's gonna make you laugh.
I agree, bro. I think bro and them killed that, man. They told you everything you need to know. Only thing I would add, man, is just remember them conversations, dog.
Mm-hmm.
Remember them conversations, because I lost my dog, Big Krew, who was probably the closest thing to me that I done lost. I can't imagine losing my pops. That would fucking break me. But losing bro back in the day in 05, I still remember how the day to this day, and that shit fucked me up. That's somebody I used to be with every day, sitting down, showing you shit, showed me my first pistol, showed me like just a bunch of talks, just a bunch of hey, this is what you gotta do, this is what being a man is, just raw, uncut conversations, you know what I'm saying? And he been gone for a long time, but I still think about those conversations, and man, I want to see you do this when you get older, man. You got potential to do this, you got potential to do that. So, in a lot of the stuff that, I done been blessed enough to, accomplish, I often think back to those conversations and be like, I know bro up there proud, you up there looking down like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what you're supposed to be doing. You see what I'm saying? So that right there brings some type of solace, man. But as far as it getting easier, man, it don't. It don't, And I could imagine, like I say, my pops, that would be a totally different level, you know what I mean? But all you can do, man, is just, for one, lean into it. Don't try to run away from it, because it's going to come out eventually. It's only so long that you can run. But you just don't want it to come out later down the line in a way that you can't come back from, or that you do something so detrimental to you that, whatever, when, But I know, again, that's the easier thing to do. It's just, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to bring it up. I don't want to go around nobody that even know them. So just so it don't come up. But you're gonna have to lean into it, and you're gonna have to get that process over with, man, and get closer to the acceptance part, and use it as fuel, man. Because you know what he would want you to do. I'm sure y'all done had long talks, and he had all these aspirations and stuff for you. Live up to him. Make him proud. That's it, man. And it's a day-by-day process, and healing is a journey. It's not a destination. That's just real shit. There is no finish line. You go, okay, yeah, I ain't gonna trip over that no more. It don't work like that. Healing is a journey. It's a day-for-day thing. So approach it that way. And that's just that, bro. I'm praying for you. But yeah, on that note, man, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this thing up, man. I appreciate everybody tapping in with us, man. Crusader Nation in the building, man. Salute to the Patreon, man. Salute to everybody that's supporting. Everybody that been asking about merch and things of that nature, man. I told y'all I made promises, and we put them on the website. I know they ran out, but we done restocked. And by the time y'all hear this, everything will be available. We done brought back tees. We done brought back the sweaters.
Show asking me.
I know it, man. So yeah, as you're listening to it, man, tap into the website. Everything will be available. Everything is restocked. Everybody that been reaching out asking. So make sure y'all tap in. We appreciate y'all. I think if there's any announcements I gotta make, not quite yet.
I got one to make for the ladies. Just real quick, just going back to the sex topic. Ladies, Valentine's Day around the corner. Just so y'all know, y'all can get a little intimate before Valentine's Day, and you might have a better present.
Real talk.
A man just want a little just intimacy, and it ain't got to be sex.
Yes.
Okay? It ain't got to be sex. Buy him a light gift, buy him some cologne, give him a little back rub. Do something nice for your man. Valentine's Day is coming up. I'm sure you would like something nice. Just just show your man a little bit of appreciation, and I promise you, you're gonna have a much better Valentine's Day. Just saying, we need a little push, man. Every now and then, we need some mental stimulation as well.
I need some reminders that you love me.
It ain't just no refurbished ass. I might need a little random head or something. Like, show me you really love me, like I show you I love you.
Yeah,
There it is, man. And on that note, we're gonna get up out of here. With a record, man, by Jay Safari. It's called Led Me On, man. Appreciate y'all. We gone.
She was just there for the season.